about you and me having fun together. We can talk about family. We can learn anything. It's all about you and me having fun together. It's all about you and me having fun together. It's all about you and me having fun together. Good morning, boys and girls, mommies and daddies. Welcome to RME's Music Lab. Happy Monday. It's Blue Monday, and it's also Pajama Day on Music Lab, so I hope you're comfortable. Hope you're sitting next to whatever your fire is on this wonderful Monday morning. We are starting our full week 6 of quarantine. How crazy is that to think about? Time's going really slow, but it's flying by at the same time, if that makes sense. And at least we all get to hang out together, and I very much appreciate all of your support for RME and RME's Music Lab. Our new curbside concert series is going really well. Everything is where it should be at this moment in time that we're all going through. And I am excited for Blue Monday today because I love the blues. And I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit, just kind of how blues has affected me my whole entire life. I listened to the blues when I was really young and I didn't realize it. So it's always kind of been surrounding me in my life. Then, when I was 11, I was given a guitar and I was taught the 5 basic open chords, the idea of a 1-4-5 chord progression, and how to lumpty-lump. I mean, wasn't not the lumpty-lump, how to strum the 1-4-5 progression. And that was it. That's all I know. You do little variations of those ideas that I was taught first, and it'll lead you to a lifetime of happiness, because that's what the blues does. When you're down, you're sad, you're out, the blues is always there to make you feel better, and that's where it came from. I wanted to talk a little bit about where the blues came from. The blues is pure emotion. It's funny that there's a date on when the blues started. In the 1800s, the 1870s, I read a lot. The blues has been around since day one, because the blues is pure emotion. When African Americans came here to America from Africa, the way they could express themselves was through spiritual songs that they grew up with from their own culture, and it morphed into an American ideal just because they were on our soil. And field hollers and call and responses, very simplistic musical ideas that have been around for centuries, all of a sudden morphed into a pattern that is extremely American. And if it wasn't for the blues, I've said it before, we wouldn't have all of these genres of music that we know and love today. So I could talk on and on about it, but if you're into music, and you pour your music, or you pour your emotions and your soul into your music, no matter what type of music you're playing the blues. If you're a jazz man, if you're a heavy metal man, but you're also an emotional man, that's the blues. And you wouldn't have anything without it. It's extremely important. So we've got blues lyrics that have been sent in today. We have a lot of them, but do we know who's tuned in, or should I do blues lyrics first, Miss
We
Kate?
should do blues lyrics.
Let's do blues lyrics. Let's do some tunes. So we've got a bunch today. Thank you guys for sending them in. Hey! good morning, good morning. Welcome to the show. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the show. Yeah, today we're playing the blues for our Monday morning show. Yeah, the blues came from the Delta, Memphis and Chicago. Yeah, the blues came from the Delta, everywhere, Memphis and Chicago. Yeah, today we'll be playing some Muddy Waters for you. Muddy Waters had a way of touching your soul. Muddy Waters had a way touching your soul. Yeah, 'cause the blues had a baby, they called it rock and roll. Yeah, I don't care what you do, just one thing I ask. This is from Bobby. Yeah, I don't care what you do, just one thing I ask. If you're out and about, put on that face mask. Yeah, Bob, thanks, buddy. Yeah, good morning. Good morning, my friends. It's good to see you again. Good morning, my friends. It sure is good to see you once again. Yeah, I hope you had a good weekend. Now let the music lab begin. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for sending in your blues lyrics. Those were good. I wrote up a couple. It's always super fun to do. Every day, send in some blues lyrics and we'll make sure that we get them into our show because it's fun and we want the interaction. So, where to begin on Blue Monday today? There's so much to say, so much to play, but first I want to start off as always, who is tuned into the show. If you're new, send in your name, send in your age, and what city and state that you're from, please. But for those who are repeaters, we've got the Sweets once again. Megan Sweet. We've got Misha from Geneseo. Good morning, ladies. How are you? The Shannon are ready to be shaked. I like it. We can shake it. I love it. Jimmy Van Hefty, one of my blues brothers out here in the Quad Cities. I miss you, man, and I hope you're doing well. My mama Sharon from Bluegrass, Iowa. Good morning, Mom. We got Robert Rosensteel. Robert, Bobby, thank you for sending in your blues lyrics today, buddy. I appreciate it. We've got Dave Garner. Yes. We've got Brian Burke tuned in. I love it. We've got KJ Tolson. Key, how are you today? Good morning. We've got Danny Ray Van Zant from Omaha, Missouri. The Van Zants, how are you guys doing? It's good to see you, and I hope Randy is well. Give your guys a big hug for me. We've got Mia Nelson tuned in from Davenport. I love it. We've got Amber B. Yes, and the Manus family. Marty Ray Hans and Steve Bauman, baby. How you guys doing? It's good to see you. Excellent. Well, that is quite the motley crew, and I'm excited to hang out with you guys. Okay, for you kids out there, there's speculation of who created rock and roll. I would say anybody who ever attempted to play blues helped create the idea of rock and roll. Rock and roll is the blues sped up, in my opinion. It's just another way of expressing the same ideals. just like country music. You can take the blues chords, all those progressions, all of a sudden you start alternating a bass line, and it's just expressed in a different way, and you've got country music, and rock and roll is the same way. So, one of the masters of all blues, and especially rock and roll, man, I gotta say that Chuck Berry is number one. He's gotta be. He's up there close on the Mount Rushmore of rock and roll, that's for sure. We've previewed him before. We've showed you Record Day with Chuck Berry. He's the master of the duck walk, an unbelievable entertainer. Let's try and attempt some of this. Woo! Talk about shaking it. Here you go, Shans. Mama said, son, you're gonna be a man, gonna be the leader of a rock and roll band. People coming in from miles around, hear you play until the sun goes down. Yeah, he said you can go and go, 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 go. Go, Johnny, go, go. Go, Johnny, go, go, go. Go, Johnny, go, go. Go, Johnny, go, go. Johnny, be good. All right, that's the idea, Chuck Berry. We're gonna have a lot for you to listen to today, but if you got a chance to sneak in some old Mr. Berry, I highly, highly recommend it. It's also Monday. On Mondays, we wish happy birthdays to everybody who has a birthday out there. So, I do know a very special man from the Quad Cities, Dr. William Campbell, who sits on our board, the professor of all professors. It is his birthday today. He's an unbelievable piano player, an even greater man, and we are very happy to have his friendship and his expertise hanging out with the River Music Experience staff. So, Dr. Campbell, and to all of you who have a birthday this week, this goes to you. Thank you, Myth Kate. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Campbell and everybody. How do I screw up happy birthday? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy Howdy. Yes.
Fun fact,
Uh-oh.
this is from my birthday, which was the end of February, and it's still holding
It's
very
still rocking.
strong. It's like it knew we needed it.
It absolutely did. And I'm very thankful for that balloon because it makes us look like we know what we're doing on Music Lab. Okay. Uh-oh. It's that time. My favorite time, record time. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I absolutely don't know where to begin with this man, McKinley Morganfield. He was born 1913. His nickname is the father of Chicago blues. And they, whoever they are with that nickname, got it 100% right. McKinley Morganfield's nickname, Muddy Waters, the one and only. This is what the man looked like. An incredible, incredible musician. He grew up near Clarksdale, Mississippi, and he moved to Chicago in 1941. Fun fact, my great friend, Mississippi blues man, blues legend, here from the Quad Cities, Hal Reed. He goes down, he was born and raised in Mississippi, and he's taken a handful of us musicians down to play Juke Joint Festival with him in Clarksdale, Mississippi. And it's unbelievable down there. And just seeing where the crossroads of Robert Johnson was near, and where people like McKinley Morganfield grew up, all these great blues artists, it's a very special treat, and I'm forever grateful for my friend Hal Reed. But Muddy Waters here, this album, Hard Again, is unbelievable. We're gonna put a couple tracks in the comment section. I wanna do Manish Boy. We take this album and we play it for very young elementary schools. We let them drop a needle for the first time, and when they get that first groove and the woo of Muddy Waters in the band from Manish Boy, they all stand up immediately and they just start dancing to a swampy, just Delta, dog nasty Chicago blues. That's a good way I can describe it. Dog nasty. That's in a good way. We're also gonna play I Wanna Be Loved. I'm in a handful of bands. I play this song all the time. It's so fun to play. Listen to this whole album. They have special guest Johnny Winter, Texas bluesman extraordinaire. Here's actually a picture. Muddy and Johnny on the back there. So, Muddy Waters played with so many unbelievable musicians. When he moved to Chicago, it took him about 5 years before he made his first recording. And then it just started snowballing after that. He met a handful of musicians, formed his band. He had people like Little Walter and Jimmy Rogers and Otis Spann, absolute legends, in his first band. Recorded for Chess Records a lot. He played with Willie Dixon, Buddy Guy. There would be no Buddy Guy without McKinley Morganfield. He took him under his wing. He fed him. When Buddy Guy came up from Chicago, he absolutely had nothing, and he was hungry, and he was hungry to play, he was hungry to eat. Muddy Waters really helped him out, which is in so many people. I mean, Big Bill Broonzy, Bo Diddley, Pine Top Perkins, all of the who's who in Chicago just correlated with Muddy Waters. The influence of Muddy Waters, that we could talk about for hours. If any guitar player in the whole entire world has anything to do with the idea of blues, he is immediately influenced by Muddy Waters, hands down. I mean, the band the Rolling Stones got their name because of Muddy Waters' song Rolling Stone. The Paul Butterfield Blues Band, for example, he used to let these guys come in and just jump in on his stage and play music, build up their confidence, learn from the masters. They started their own band. They became extremely popular. Eric Clapton, hands down, if you listen to his early stuff, especially his solo acoustic blues, it's all Muddy Waters. Every time he plays slide very close to Muddy Waters. I mean, the band, Jimi Hendrix, #1 guy, was Muddy Waters. Jimi Hendrix said the first person that he ever heard was Muddy Waters. So Led Zeppelin, their first single, A Whole Lot of Love, it's a Muddy Waters riff. Jeff Beck, Brian May from Queen, Angus Young, a lot of his riffs that he makes for AC/DC are based off of Muddy Waters riffs. Fun fact. Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top. I mean, I could go on and on and on. Muddy Waters is essential for American blues, and it is essential for rock and roll. So thank you, McKinley Morganfield. I wish I could have seen that man live. I really do. So let's get to playing some more Muddy Waters. What do you say? Yeah, time is flying today. All right, well, I wanted to do a couple more blues songs, but we'll play some of these songs later in the week. So let's just do a big, long 5-minute version of one of my favorite Muddy Waters songs. It's a song that my man Ellis Kell would end every one of his programs with, no matter who it was for. It's I Got My Mojo Working by Muddy Waters. And maybe we can get Miss Kate to help us out. Miss Kate, you feel like banging on a drum and playing some kazoo?
Sure.
What color kazoo you want today? We got yellow, green, orange, or white?
Let's do orange.
Orange.
today.
Ooh, she wants to get bright on this Monday. So, I hope you all had a great weekend. We sure did. We relaxed a little bit, worked really hard over the weekend also. We got a lot of great things coming up the River Music Experience, of course, for your support. So, let's see. We're going to go... You give us kind of your... If you're listening out there... that we could just, that's perfect. If you're out there and you want to play along, kids, do it what Miss Kate is doing, right? Just alternate your hands onto a beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's start kind of slow. Let's do this. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Let's start there. There you go. And then maybe you could add the 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a music lesson over here. Let's go back to the 2 and the 4.
Yeah,
Ready?
let's do that.
1, 2, 3, 4. So there you go, kids. Clap along. Let's do some Muddy Waters song. Here we go. Got my mojo working, but it just don't work on you. Got my mojo working, but it just don't work on you. I'm gonna tell all you children just what you can do. Got my mojo working. Got my mojo working.
Got my mojo
Check
working.
it out. Got my mojo working.
Got my mojo working.
Got my mojo working.
Got my mojo working.
Got my mojo working. Just don't work on you. Alright, let's do a kazoo solo. I'm gonna see it up. That's right, baby. That's right. Yeah. I'm going deep down Louisiana. Gonna catch my mojo. Deep down Louisiana. Gonna catch my mojo. Gonna tell all you children, got you in my command. Here we go, repeat after me. Got my mojo working.
Got my mojo working.
Got my mojo working.
Got my mojo working.
Got my working.
Got my
Yeah. Got my mojo working.
got my mojo working.
Got my mojo working. just don't work on you. Yeah.
I need Jimmy Van Hefty to teach me some rhythm.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Round of applause for Miss Kate, please. Applause button. Bravo.
Happy Monday, folks.
That's how you do it on a Monday, Miss Kate. You're waking us up. I love it. Thank you guys for your support and always tuning in. If you like the River Music Experience and you feel like helping out at any time, you could always go to rivermusicexperience.org/donate. More importantly, just show up tomorrow at 10 a.m. We run RME's Music Lab 10 to 10:30 Monday through Friday for you. I hope you were entertained. Thank you for letting me do Blue Monday. I love Blue Monday because it's PJ Day. Maybe tomorrow will be PJ Day. Whatever you want to do behind the scenes in your own living room. So, without further ado, always remember that you're important and perfect for just being you. Talk about the ABCs. We can learn about the 1, 2, 3s. It's all about you and me having fun together. We can talk about family. We can learn anything. It's all about you and me having fun together. It's all about you and me having fun together. It's all about you and me having fun together. Listening to Muddy Waters, Hard Again. Together, yeah, hoochie coochie man. I want some love for the days. Yes. See you guys tomorrow.
Thanks for watching. If you want to help support River Music Experience and other programs like Music Lab, visit rivermusicexperience.org/donate.